It all began with a stone. Also, the legend says. In ages past, a sentient jewel, enormous and beautiful, banished the darkness. Its many-colored light filled the world with life and brought forth mighty gods. Bathed in that light, the world entered an age of bliss, until after a time, the gods fell into slumber. That world was called Vana'diel. In the 863rd year of the Crystal Era, Vana'diel was in the midst of a great war. Faced with invasion by the Shadow Lord and his hordes of beastmen, the leaders of the enlightened peoples united their forces in desperate alliance. They were the Kingdom of Sandoria, the Republic of Bastur, the Federation of Winders, and the Grand Duchy of Juno. Together, they struggled for survival in battle after battle as chaos engulfed the land.
Aldo, listen. You've got to climb.
Sis?
Can you lower yourself down?
I think so. Sis, are you all right? Emmeline?
Aldo, just run!
Sears inviting the evening sun to light their somber breeze. Clouds dance up with the heaven stars, chanting an air of joyous bliss. What a face from mood to change, guiding on rainbow's high. Flowers bloom into reds and whites, quenching our hearts when they run wild. Angels chained by a beast locked in slumber, seem washed away by the swift flood of time. I may know the answers, though one question I still share: what twisting fate has brought us to us that run so near? Distant words together, miracles from homes beyond. The lifeline burns inside me to sing to you this song, to sing with you this song, to sing to you your song.
Welcome to the stream. We are now starting. Let me throw on, some of this shit in the background. Just for fun. Alright, we will be starting with, as always, the face. That's probably a lot better. There we go. This camera's a little weirded out. Good? We good? Alright. So, first things first. Dark contour. Take this from the top and from the forehead all the way around. We gotta make a circle around the face. And then around, down, under the chin. See the other side, all the way around, down, and under the chin. And on each side, there. And then a little bit there, a little bit there. And to each side of your nose. That should be good for that. Then you want to grab this guy. And pat that in just slowly down and around. Create a nice little circle around your face. To the other side. Blend around the sides of your mouth, down your chin, and then the sides of the nose. Okay, I think that's better. Next, take medium. I'm gonna shake that. It's like getting right in there. Maybe that's better. Is that better? I think that's better. Let's try that. Still gotta perfect the setup, but we'll get there. Alright, and then for this, center, start over top of your eyebrow, and then just down around your cheek. Same with the other side. Center, just down, around, and just under your cheek. A little bit on your lip and your chin. And then one just across the top side of your chin like that. This, and dab it in just like before. Just that downwards motion. Blend those colors across your jaw. Good. Side. Alright, and then take the white. This is the lightest color with the contours. And this will blend everything together. So center, lay down. Center, down. Diagonal to the mouth. And then the chin. And then the pat. Alright, that should be good for that. Next is blush. Just underneath your eye, right above your cheek. Accentuate the cheekbone. It's not too far down, just across. Same with the other side. Perfect. Now for the fun part. I'm the worst at doing this. I'm just so bad at it. But Practice makes perfect. That's what we're doing. We're just practicing. Shit. Okay, we waited too long. Yeah, I think that's good. Alright, eyebrows are next. This nice shiny copper color. Let's wonder how this goes. Good enough. Good enough is good enough. Alright then. Perfection. So, next. Storytelling. So... trying to think how I should do this. I have to set up a new scene. I didn't think about that. I forgot to transfer it over, so we're just gonna do that in real time. So I'm just gonna pull up. Let me see if I can do this. Doing this in real time. I think we can have it somewhat like that. I had to move all this stuff out of the way. Okay. All right. I gotta find my phone now. The struggle is real. It's really real. All right. We have this. Font. Go to size 18. Oh, that's not big enough. Okay, I think I can do that. Maybe even 42. No, 48. Okay. Should we just autosave? Pretty sure just... Oh, here it is. Save. Don't save. Don't save. This, and we just go here. Yeah, it's the best I can do. Or at least for now. We'll figure it out later. Shit, my phone's about to die. This is double downtime bad. You know what? I have a solution to all of this. Actually. Hold on. This is gonna take a second. Where is it? I'm not sure. You haven't asked me. You interrupted my thought process. Changed to what we were talking about. Here we go. Okay, let's see if this worked. Boom. Before my phone died. We got it. We got it. Okay, I'm gonna see what I can do with this. Shit. Shit's about to get fucked up, I think. Does that work better? I don't feel like that did anything. Like that. I mean, if I put myself like here, we can bring this up bigger. Like that. Okay, yeah, some shit got fucked up there. Okay, I think that's better. I think we can do this. This is pretty reasonable. I can still kind of see. This isn't the best setup yet. I gotta figure something out. But we'll figure it out. Slowly but surely, we'll figure it out. And this is how you do it, boys. Okay, hopefully we can see that. Okay, I think we're good. Okay. So, story. I can change it to be more relevant or not. But I think we can just stick with this alteration of it being a Twitch channel instead of like a real news station. Just because. Or we can change it to a real news station. But let's just call it yeah, we'll just stick with the Twitch channel. So it's a Twitch channel that does IRL UFO investigations. It's hiring a new reporter. The main character applies and gets an interview. Reporter is asked questions about his work in the past. The interviewer describes the dangers of the job. The reporter is asked to stop reporting on this topic and notified this is a trap. Is notified this is a trap. Reporter feels gun pressed against his head. He responds with no. Gun goes off. Reporter turns around to see it was a Nerf gun. And he's accepted into the reporting team. So that's kind of like the idea of... That's like literally the full footnotes of the short story. Guy applies for a journalism job, gets an interview, and the main idea behind the interview is at the end, he's going to be asked, you know, hey, by the way, stop doing what you're doing, you know. You're basically being bought out by becoming part of this news station. And the test is, like, will you give up and be sold out? And the main character is like, yeah, nope, fuck that. And, you know, it's the fake, like, attempt to kill him kind of idea. Like, you know, this bullet is meant for you if this conversation ever leaves this room kind of idea. So I have most of the dialogue for what's going basically to happen. So all I need is to interlay this into the actual story. So how we're going to start is ignore all of the dialogue for now. And we are going to go like this. Click a headline. And call it the interview. And we'll call him Marty. So this scene is Marty waking up in the morning and basically being woken up to a phone call. And the phone call is for the interview. So, where he started as the alarm rang in his head. He rolled over and grabbed his phone. Discord was indicating an incoming call from an important person. Marty's mind cleared as he looked at the name on the caller. What am I pressing? that is fucking this up. On called caller ID equals the chair. What are we gonna call it? Call it the Hunt for Truth. This is where new dialogue comes in, because this is like asking or telling him that, you know, he's got the interview. Now I'm second guessing starting with this and just not having the interview as the start. But I kind of want to have him walking through the office, like the vibes of what the place seems like before he goes in, because that's going to kind of add an element to the story where he's kind of like he has like weary vibes right off the bat just because of like how people are acting. So he'll be a little bit on edge, and like on top of also being like super nervous for it. But the vibes he gets when he goes into the building and like kind of looks around as he's like, you know, talking to the secretary, getting ready for the interview, is just like off-putting in some way to him. It gives him like second thoughts almost. So he has this idea in the back of his mind, and this is the foreshadowing for what will happen later, of course. But I think it's actually really, really worth it having that context drilled in before we go into the actual interview. Because unlike most of my other... Well, then again, no, that's not true. I was going to say, unlike most of my other short stories, there's not a lot of dialogue. But my last short story, Beneath Water and... or Between Water and Space, that had a lot of dialogue. Even though that was like a completely unedited, like, raw version of it. So, we'll have to see. But I'm just like going through the motions in my head of it, and it seems like this is definitely a go for it. And it's like, this is the intriguing like paragraph of like, oh, gives you something interesting that might keep the reader engaged, essentially. And then the next section will be him arriving at said place, right? So I want to leave that up, but I can barely see it. This is really annoying. I had to figure out this setup, make it a lot better. With a thud, Marty closed the car door. He looked up at the sunny sky, not a cloud in sight. His heart was pounding, but he didn't falter. With a confident stride, he walked into the large office building looming over him. He gulped as he pushed open the door. So what's basically happening right here is another part of the test, and this is what's gonna kind of give him the first, like, what kind of weird vibe, which is the receptionist is gonna be like prodding him for information about why he's here and what he's doing, beyond the point that she has the piece of paper that tells her why he's here. So the first time he doesn't really pick up on it, but he's already kind of like thinking he's made a bad impression off the bat. So having a conversation here might actually be a good idea. Salim Inez. Blow me a kiss. Sorry, I missed your message. I'm like super in my head with this right now. I've literally got like the entire thing throwing around, like the entire scene. So my eyes don't actually see what's in front of me. They see what's in my head. Might as well be mentally AFK. So yeah. And I don't know why I don't have timestamps. I don't know how long ago that message was. But welcome to the stream. But that always happens. Someone comes in, someone says something, I'm not paying attention. It's like, come on, man. Get your head in the game. It's proof there are people out there. There really are people out there. I'm just thinking about how this conversation's gonna go. Because there's two pointed things that I want her to try and get from him, which is work that he's done in the past in order to be where he is here. So he's leaking information about himself, as well as information about the interview overall in a capacity of hiring, because as far as the like reason on the paper is consultation. So I'm just trying to piece these things together and create a cohesive conversation between two people. Well, one person is trying to prod the other into giving information. Then in this case, on this level, is very public information. So it's not necessarily something that's like, why the hell would you ask me that? Why am I going to answer that? Like, for instance, the difference between asking him, is he working on a project right now, versus talking about a project that he's already worked on, like previous work. Because obviously if he's here, she knows he's done something to deserve being at least considered for recruitment. Because like the vibe for it is supposed to, it's not actually gonna say in the story, but the vibe is supposed to be that like this is big, this is like, you know, actually getting, like making it as a, in this case, whistleblower journalist. So it's like he gets this job, he's like freaking secure, and it's like he no longer has to worry about, you know, things going over his head in terms of like legal, like political, or anything like that when it comes to a story that he's working on. So it's like during the interview he's going to be talking about one of the cases that he worked on versus a case that he's actually working on now. So that'll give 2 examples of things that he's done, essentially. So this needs to be minor, because I think the one in the actual one, let's see if we can go through journalism career. We can actually name this, is going to be Hunt for Truth. This will make it yeah, this is like some bullshit stuff. Yeah. So I need to come up with something else. Yeah, okay. Okay. So we just need one example. So I gotta think of something. Something big. Not quite nation busting, you know what I mean? Like the other one, like the one that's gonna be mentioned, that he's gonna mention in the interview, is a paper shredding incident and a Walmart incident. So I'm trying to think of somewhere between like a massive, large, like corporation, like Walmart conspiracy type thing, and a like military level thing. So we need something that's slightly smaller than that, but like in that stage, in that weight class of high-end conspiracy journalism. Just, something to do with either. Oh no. Okay, no. I know exactly what it can be. Like some sort of charity fraud. That's like perfect. That's like the perfect in that weight class, but like not as big as a corporation, not as big as military, but still like at the very bottom of that weight class. Definitely charity fraud. So some sort of story about charity fraud. There's so many, I don't know. I mean, I'm Canadian, so something specific to here that would make sense. That, as you know, you always want to write things that are relatable and like real but exaggerated. I think that's the best way to portray an intriguing story, because at the end of the day it is a story, right? This isn't real. This is completely fiction. So we got to think about it on that level. How can it be like above and beyond to make it catching? Okay, some sort of charity fraud to do with like forest fires. Like what's about something that, Oh, I know. Okay, I know exactly what. Forest fires and the Canadian Red Cross. Boom. Story on that. And it just has to be like a brief something about, you know, investigating the amount of fund, like the percentage of funds that actually make it to helping people for like survival shelters and stuff like that for people that are like homes are destroyed in fires, for instance. Because that's kind of like a big one out here is forest fires. I don't want it, like, the conversation to like drag on. I want it to be almost kind of direct. I'm kind of like reversing how this is going in my head with the vibe, because the conversation that I'm having in my head is, it doesn't seem leading. It's almost like he's the one who's like, Marty is the one who's portraying the information of his own free will, like out of his own nervousness. So maybe this is where he catches himself and he's like, wait, I don't want to say too much. Like, don't get comfortable that fast kind of idea, like, goes through his head. It's like, wait a second. I'm nervous and I'm talking. That's not a good combo. And if I'm a journalist and that's not a good combo, then I'm not a good journalist. Because that's how you get, like, your shit thrown out of whack. Is when someone puts you in that nervous, uncomfortable mindset where it's like your mind no longer, like, your main priority at that point is like, how do I get out of this situation, versus, you know, why am I in, like, why did I put myself in this situation to begin with? And in the journalism case, it's to get information, to try and turn someone into a whistleblower, to try and, you know, do something that's not necessarily 100% honest. Because in order to get someone who is dishonest to tell you shit, you have to be dishonest. It's the only way you're gonna be able to worm your way in enough, is you can lie about enough things that you have in common and things like that, interests and other things, just for them to one day, you know, think you're close enough that they can tell you something. And that's kind of this mindset you always have to be in order to, you know, create good journalism, let's say, for instance. This is how I go through the thought process of putting myself in a character's position in order for me to make it more, like, make them feel more real. At least that's what I try to do. Whether that is successful or not is another story. So I think the best way to go about this is like 3 sections. So the first section is the receptionist having a basic conversation, and he's just going to spill the beans. And then he's going to think to himself, oh shit, I probably shouldn't have done that. I need to be in this mindset, this is, you know, I shouldn't be doing this. The only person I should be talking about this to is the main dude, essentially. And then he gets from the receptionist to I don't know what, like, a handler? Think of it like that, like the person that, like, takes him actually into the room where he's going to be interviewed, because he can't just be left alone to walk through an office building, right? So someone's got to kind of chauffeur him to the actual interview office where he's gonna take the interview. And in that period, that's where he gets the vibe of, okay, so the first one was me, like, just being nervous, but this one's like, okay, they're trying to pry information out of me, kind of idea. And then, based upon how the interview actually goes, the spoiler alert, the receptionist is actually the one who is the leader. Well, like, the one who's going to be interviewing him. So that'll make him even more nervous during the interview. He's like, ah, shit. The person that, I didn't want the person that I'm interviewing to find out that that's what happened. That I was, like, about to spill the beans, or could have, or been in a mindset to do so. Because that should never be the crossing of your mind on the fact that you are trying to get this journalism job. And this is her one. Oh, how so? For example, I worked on a story about in terms of the percent of donations that make it to shelters and for displaced citizens due to natural disasters. Boom, easy. I don't know exactly how to say this, but, you know, processing the, Infinite Voids Light. Welcome to the stream. I don't know if you're still here. Sorry, I'm like, this always happens. I'm just kind of writing in my head, going off, and then all of a sudden I look over and boom, there's a frickin' message in chat. And I'm like, shit, I'm terrible. I can never catch them. So if you're still here, welcome to the stream. And as far as I'm concerned, there's everything wrong with me. Could be brain damage. Could be societal. You know, it could be could be social. Dare say it. It could be hereditary. But yeah, no. My, like, one saying is, you know, what do you say to a woman who wears pants? It's like, oh, what? Well, what do you say to a dude wearing a dress? Oh, I'm a cross-dresser. It's like, well, yeah, but so is technically a chick wearing pants. And how long did they fight till they could fucking wear pants? So, you know, that's how I feel about it. So, I'm just, like, I ain't fighting, but I'm just here wearing pants. But in this case, you know, wearing a dress. Sad face. But anyways, that's how she goes. I'm just thinking here, now that I lost my train of thought, that I gotta pay more attention to the chat. Because the second I stop paying attention to that chat goes, I'm like, ah, shit. What'd I miss? What you guys up to? What you guys need? I think the hardest part for this is, like, I really gotta learn to, like, have my... It's just hard to put my thought process, like, do my thought process aloud, because it's like everything's happening at once. Like, I'm imagining what the scenery looks like, what the characters are wearing, what gestures the characters are making, what the characters are, like, where they're looking, when they're looking where, when they're talking, what they're doing when they're talking. So it's just a roller coaster of, like, clips spamming through my brain. Like random words popping up that I'm like, oh, I can add that to a sentence and turn that into a conversation, and that'll be a great topic pusher for, you know, for something like this. But at this point, taking a step back, he just needs to, you know, take a deep breath and center himself and be like, alright, okay, we fucked up. Now we need to notify why we fucked up, how we feel about this situation, and then we can move to the next stage. But I just don't know how to word this. I'm just gonna say processing, and I'm just gonna put this in brackets, as in this is definitely needs to be changed. The appointment. Marty. did I do? Okay, so just like I'm just going through like all the motions. So he's like, they're having the conversation. He says 8%, and it's like the mood almost shifts when he says 8% because he's thinking to himself, "Shit, I shouldn't have given out a detail like that." Like, let's say the percent was never public. Like he knew what the percent was, but it had never actually specifically been stated publicly what the percent was. So him saying 8% is actually like a breach of contract in some ways. So that's kind of what gets like that's the direction you have to be thinking in order for this to like click as to why the 8% is what changed the mood. And that's why he's like, stop spilling the beans, like get your shit together. Pretty woman, don't fucking just start chatting with her about sensitive information. It's not public information. And that's what puts him in that, I don't know what to call it, alert. Like, on point. There's a word. Let's just say that. But anyways, it's kind of like, you know, she gets the hint from him being like, "Oh yeah, can I go take a seat?" Shouldn't have said that. Sit down. Like making a bad joke kind of idea. Like that's the vibe shift that happened. Okay. Skip. Next paragraph. Woman comes in to pick him up. Now this conversation is going to be a little bit more pressing. Of being like, are you working on anything right now? Do you have plans to work on anything in the future? I'm thinking about plans in the future. For that, I don't know if I should bring that up. That doesn't seem right. Like, you're going into an interview, it's like, you're going into this knowing that you're going to be given a task, as opposed to being an independent journalist that does their own thing. So again, on the flip side, maybe that is a good question to ask. Is, you know, do you have a current future prospect that you might have been investigating on your own, but you haven't really, you know, put words to a title to actually turn it into a story, or don't know what direction to go with it to make it viable as a story? I'm not sure. I think both questions are totally viable. And so it's like he walks in, like she comes out the door, picks him up, you know. They're like, think of it as like they're walking through the office. They have to go on the elevator. So, you know, they're kind of having like a little bit of chit chat on the elevator while the elevator's going up. And then it's like you get out of the elevator, and then there's another little chit chat as you're like walking towards, you know, the office door. Tomash, what's up, buddy? Welcome to the stream. We are writing a short story. Or in the middle of writing a short story. And the current working right now is the next scene. So usually what I'll do is I'll plot out the scene in my head, and I'll talk about the scene, like I was just doing, about how, you know, there'll be a conversation between them as they're going through the building to reach their endpoint. So that travel time is going to be used as information gathering, essentially. So she's going to be asking him, you know, the question of, oh, are you working on anything currently? Or are you going to be working on anything in the future? Because, let's go back to the top here and I can show you the synopsis. So the entire story revolves around a Twitch channel that does IRL UFO investigations as journalism. And they're hiring a new reporter. So the main character, Marty, applies and he gets an interview. And the reporter's asking him questions about his work in the past, you know, describes the dangers of the job. Reporter is asked to stop, that's the main character, and, you know, is notified that this is a trap. The reporter feels a gun pressed against the back of his head. Reporter responds with no, the gun goes off. Reporter turns around to see it was a Nerf gun, and it's like everyone else in the office, kind of like, you know, everyone that he's seen throughout his, like, 2-minute walk through the building kind of idea is, like, starts pouring into the building kind of idea, and he just goes on. Well, you can still enjoy a good short story. Nothing wrong with a good short story, especially if someone else is reading it. But I thought the same way, but then you know what? You know how much dialogue I read in video games? And you know how many subs I read in anime? It's like, yeah. And how good people say that my writing is? I don't know. People say. So I was like, alright, okay, you guys say so? Let's try it. Let's see what happens. And just general idea, too. Like, I just thought it was a really cool idea. But that's how she goes. So we're on to the next paragraph. And in this case, it's going to be like, the door opens up. So door, let's call it a, I already said jolted, I already said started. I need some sort of engagement thing. Oh, here we go. Marty raised his head as he heard a heavy door creaking. His eyes moved to the far side of the room where a heavy brown oak door was being held open by... See? As long as... Sorry, I missed your message there for a second. I just, when I get into my headspace, going over everything, you know, I kind of... This is one thing I gotta learn, is like, that I can't just tunnel vision into the ideas in my head. Because I missed a lot of people in chat because I'm just not paying attention while I'm writing this out. So, it's a learning process. We'll get there, you know? Now I'm trying to think of what the woman looks like. It's like, standard secretary, like, is she tall? I'm just like, what's the image come into my head kind of idea? I see like a frickin', I see the receptionist as like a Mikasa, and I see the I guess I'll call her the handler as like Annie from Attack on Titan. Like, the receptionist is a little bit smaller, but she's, like, more, you know, on the talkative, like, interactive. Whereas this chick is just, like, tall, imposing, and also makes the main character slightly nervous, which is one of the main kind of points that's supposed to be in the story, is, like, when you're nervous or you're put in these off-putting situations, no matter what, your first priority is always, how can I get out of this situation, versus, why am I in this situation in the first place? Like, why did I put myself in this situation? Or adjacent to the situation which inevitably wound up to me being in this situation. In this case, the main character is trying to get a job, so he's trying to impress everyone at the company. So, by having the mistake of making a leak on information that should not have been public at the beginning, and then later on revealing about his current work, which would be like giving information on a current investigation, which is clearly illegal, let alone immoral. If you're like a journalist and you have like an NDA working in an investigation, it's like you can't reveal the information until it's been given the clear to go public. So, with that thought in mind, trying to impress the people at the place you're trying to get a job at is actually very counterintuitive, because you want to keep to yourself and almost be a shadow that no one really knows is there. You want people to be like, you want to be like Batman, man. You just want to like appear in the room and everyone's just like, whoa, how the hell did you get here? And you're like, I've been here the whole time, man. Not my fault you didn't see me. So, yeah, I got that recording of what you said, so peace! But, I don't know. Because some of the stories, like, have a trend towards them, like this one does, which will be, like, most of the conspiracy stories have a branch in a set reality, so that each story can build on the previous story and take, like, after, you know, like 10 stories or so, you can take all these tiny little tidbits and make the universe feel real. And I'd say that's one of the hardest things to do, is make single pieces of work, especially in a short story format, make people engage in the next story. And it's like, if it follows that kind of timeline, in this case, it's a very, very convoluted, heavily negative journalistic view. So you are reporting on, like, the dark side of society, the things that people don't want the public to know about. Things that, in this case, could be potentially very, very dangerous, because you are pissing off people that are in a very, very high position. Like, for instance, during the dialogue, one of the things that the main character does is he's worked on, remember, this is all fiction, but everything to make it just feel that little tiniest bit more real is making it based off of reality. So in this case, the main character is, or was involved in, as one of his own works, an investigation into Walmart using, like, having to pay for bags, like fabric bags, as basically a, well, they still offer like plastic bags for like produce and stuff like that. So it was very much pissing off Walmart's money-making system by saying, oh, it's a complete scam and no one should have to pay for these. They should be returned to Walmart, and kind of all these things. So we'll talk about that a little bit. But the main idea for just how the dialogue unfolds is, it's got to be on point. That's where the magic comes in. Is how do you mold from one to the next. And it's hard getting that flow down. So you really feel that you need to read the next paragraph. You need, like, there's going to be new information. There's going to be something else. It's like the most tiniest of cliffhangers almost. It just holds you and grips you. But then again, this is all just very, very rough draft, basic dialogue. Just get the idea out there, put it on paper, and see what it eventually molds itself into. That's my creative process. So we'll talk by a tall, blonde one in a... let's call it a black suit. Martin Hughes. Okay, so her name's Melanie. And this is gonna lead into her asking the question. Are you currently working on anything? Any plans in the work? And it's like very abrupt too, where he's like off put by it. It's like, why would that be the first thing that she asks? Not like, how was your day? But just like straight to the point, like, are you doing any journalism work right now? Maybe you got another place to apply to, Kind of off-putting like that. Or it could be okay, we could start with her being like, we're just, if you would follow me, I'm taking the elevator to the top floor to the top floor where, now this is making me question the other part where it's like the receptionist comes back. Do I need that, or do I just... Because you know who the... The owner of the building, essentially. Would be his office, but he's not the one who's actually doing the interview. It's just his office. So that will definitely... Yeah, I can keep it. It works. It fits the story. It gives just another layer of oh shittery to like the main character during the thing, even though he's gonna like slowly work into feeling comfortable with it, and then he's gonna have the second thought of, you know, again, I'm getting too familiar, too comfortable, even though this is an interview. It's like I should be more matter of fact, you know. This should all be objective, not subjective. I think that'll do better. I mean, I have the dialogue, so I guess I can refer back to that. Yeah, this is just like the main character. I didn't have a name, so I used, you know, random name. Yep, random name. I wonder where that name came from. That's the end of it. Okay. All right. Top floor where Mr. Mink. Minx's office is. So there's also the second part of he's taken aback because it's not the main dude. It's not Mr. Minx that's actually meeting him and talking to him. It's Natty, the secretary. So that gives another level of unease for it, where he's like, what the fuck? Okay. Well, I mean, and then you gotta take a step back and be like, well, did you really think getting an interview would mean actually meeting the top guy? You know? No. It's meeting the person that does the hiring. They're not the person at, like, the very, very, very top, you know? So, getting that, like, having that feeling of, like, overexcitement and, like, inevitable reality check of, like, your expectations were set too high. I don't know how, like, statistically that's taken, but to me, that's intriguing. But to some people, it's like, So, there's really nothing at this point as far as my thought process. If it doesn't go with my thought process, then I really don't want to incorporate it, because the more I write, the more I entangle a web. And if there's a thread in there that shouldn't be in there, or it's in the wrong place, that tapestry at the end of the day is going to look like a piece of fucking shit. Ain't going to look good at all. So, tempo, vibe, pacing, context, and content need to be enticing. So this is like, do we get a heart flourish? Do we get a raise of excitement? Do we back off on the nervousness? Like, I'm just thinking, like, in this situation, how would I feel? And that'll give me a basis of, like, even though, you know, I may not exactly be the perfect judge for that, but, okay. He said, now, so, how long have you worked here? Like, I don't know, does this feel like a natural first question? It's like, hey, nice to meet you. How long have you worked here? 2 weeks? Okay, cool. So when you get fired and I don't get hired, we can go out, right? Like, half the path in my head goes that way. That's half the time I love it when I'm writing like that. And I'm just like, okay, well, this could be something completely different. If you know what I mean. But let's not go there. At least not here. Yet. So, I don't think that one works. Let's try something else. Oh, the obvious one. This is a really nice building. Now it's like you're walking down this hallway in this area that is most likely journalists at work. So before I was like, oh, all these people that he would see. I don't know if that's gonna work, because you'd all have to have your own individual office, and you'd all have to basically be like soundproof, fucking airtight shit, so that if you were having a sensitive conversation, you could do that plausibly in private without having to worry about anything, because that should be the goal for like a building like this. So closed doors, doesn't see anyone. The vibes he gets specifically from these two people asking specific questions that he may have or may not have led himself directly into. So it's a very questioning, am I overthinking this? And the answer is yes, because that's the entire idea, is to overthink it and then work your way backwards and tone it down a bit. So you can go a little bit extravagant and be like, well, how is someone supposed to know something like that? Like, for instance, the subtleties of 8%. Stating a number like that that's clearly a fact about something, and then having a completely change of heart of conversation. I think if you were to logically look at that, you could tell that maybe this was something he shouldn't have said. Like, this was a very leading question. So, I think we can get away with it. I think it'll be fine. They were all... I don't even need to say that. I don't think. Several doors lined each side of the hallway. Now they're walking down the hallway, and she responds, I need a description. So let's say, color carpet. What color carpet? No. Hardwood. Redwood, hard. Yeah, I don't know how to say that. Redwood. Polished redwood. Don't need that. Door, solid oak. Several chairs. Like they're just like outside each door is kind of like a waiting chair. Like if you had someone in your office, you know, it's kind of like the on deck. If you're like know anything about baseball terminology, or yeah, so you could have someone sitting outside just in case. I think that would be the best way to go about it. Several mahogany chairs sitting outside, sitting adjacent to the doors. Again, it's just a rough draft, so we'll have to come back and fine-tune everything. We just want to get a basic idea in our head of where are we, what are we doing, what is this, and how do we move forward. And that'll make us, like, pew, fly off the charts. The ceiling. What does the ceiling look like? I'm like, it could be marble. It could be. I don't want it to be like normal. I want it to look fancy. What is it, like a fur roof or something? I don't know. Something fancy. I was gonna say it's polished marble, or it's like fine marble interlaid with beard. Would be like gem inlays. I don't know what you would call that, but I'm just like thinking of like, you know, just like kind of gems lining the roof. Kind of make this nice reflection off of the floor kind of thing. Maybe make the lights kind of look like gems. Kind of poking out. And that's just what I'm envisioning, but I don't know. But we have moved into the next section. And so we will come back to this. Because we've pretty much spliced it all together. We just need a little bit of dialogue here. But I want to play some goddamn Baldur's Gate before I go to bed. And it's getting late. So we go and play Baldur's Gate. Kill this guy. Bring this back down. No, not that. Move this. There we go. Much better. Let me take this. Get rid of this. Alright. Looking good. Looking good. We are online, guys. We got this. Do 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 do. Okay, there we go. Much better. All right. Oh yeah, here we go. We played the game now. We played the game.
Strike hard! Slice flesh! No hesitation!
What's our current mission here? Inquisitor. Wait, but Lae'zel's not here. What the fuck is Lae'zel? Wait, what the fuck? What the hell is she doing all the way back here? Like an idiot. What happened? I drink period discharge. Oh shit, wrong gender. Do you sell tiny period blood jellies? I want them to add them as favor to my burger. I have iron deficiency. Ah, I understand. I see.
Never a dull moment.
Interesting. Welcome, welcome. Love the name. Is this the guy I want to talk to? I should long rest, though. Cannot fast travel right now. Oh, okay. Cool story. I guess we're talking to this guy.
Unless you want to be set up as target practice, I suggest you leave, Istik.
Okay, maybe not. Where are we going? Not this room. They don't like me around here. I'm a fucking drow. Amidst Githyanki. It's never a good time. Ooh, another waypoint. Hello.
Maybe things will be better when the Jukai leaves.
So long as he leaves with what he came for.
Da 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 da.
Please, Chitrai, I can explain. The latest batch of cultists knew nothing of the astral prism. They were just trying to find Moonrise. They all head there. My Gish have drafted plans to assault the tower. They are ready to fight, Chitrai. We could sift the missing artifact from the tower's ashes if you would give us...
Quiet. Find the astral prism, Therizin. My patience falters.
Yes, Chitrai. You heard him! Go!
Do as she says. She remains your Kithrak. For now.
Okay, and then they all just run out. Okay, I gotta talk to this girl. This chick. Frightened? Oh, because there's wargs there? Okay. Scared of some fucking wargs? That's
An
pathetic.
Istik in my creche. You are one of the mercenaries sent to bring the weapon.
The Istik is with me, honored Kithrak.
So noted. But my question goes unanswered. Do you bring the weapon?
Don't tell her anything.
Definitely not this one. There we go. That's a good one.
Well informed. My creche discovered the same. We know infected flock to Moonrise Towers.
Hey, that's where I'm going.
Reported the gathering masses back to Tunarath. In response, they sent an inquisitor. Instead of ordering an assault, we were told to join in this mad hunt for an ancient relic. Meanwhile, illithid sickness spreads right in front of us.
Okay, so the illithid are the ones who want the device. Okay, we're definitely not giving it to you, because if they want it, it means I can use it with illithid powers.
It is small, angular, metal, adorned with Tirsu script, stolen by true soul heretics.
You sense Shadowheart's worry. This weapon sounds like the artifact you carry.
What was that look? You know something. Do you have it?
Oh, fuck. Holy shit, that was close. That would have sucked. I ain't giving her the fucking weapon, and I don't want to have to kill them to keep it.
You are one of the mercenaries we engaged, are you not?
No.
You are here to... No. You are here to...
Oh, fuck. I had to say it.
A betrayer.
fuck off. Get out of here. Her turn? No, she's fucked right now. What do these guys have? I could probably blow the fuck out of them. Nope. Oh, that sucked. Ow. Why? Why me? I don't want to hurt you guys. Shouldn't have said that. But she's gonna find the device, so there's really nothing I could do.
I won't give in.
I'm using that. I'm using that on that. Boom. That's damage. We have to fight everyone in the entire creation, because that would suck. I mean, I think we're gonna die. We're just not rested and ready, so I think we're just gonna load straight back to where we were, because we're gonna die. There's no way we're getting out of that shit. So straight from here, long rest, get all of our shit back, and then move on from there. Oh, someone wants to talk to me? Oh, Karlak.
Hey, soldier, well, I'm not feeling so good.
Where the hell is this dude?
My engine is getting worse. Feels like it's going to burst out of my chest. I need to find a mechanic. A good one. Well, this thing's going boom. Well, I imagine it's lights out, Big K. And then it'll be just you, your parasite, and the wild yonder. I'm sure you'd manage. But this old girl's got a few things to do before it comes to that.
Is there? Oh, yeah, I guess I have to sleep. Okay, I need to figure out how to repair her frickin' chest. Shit. I guess I can't find him. So if Karlak dies, I'm fucked. I guess it's back to Asterion. If she dies. Okay, let's go find the Inquisitor. And again, I don't know why the hell she's stuck all the way over here. That does not help me.
All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have.
As long as everyone's together, we should be good to go. Damn, 118 health. Holy fuck, Karlak. No, this is the classroom. Wrong way. Here we go. Waypoint. Spooky. And...
I'm sure you would. Likely before they'd had the chance to say anything useful.
Alright, saw this bullshit.
Yes, you heard.
Do as she for now.
I need to talk to the Inquisitor.
Not a public forum. An istic in my crep.
The Istik,
So noted.
don't tell her anything.
The Inquisitor? On what grounds? We have all the proof we need, and it has not moved his resolve. We know infected flock to Moonrise Towers. I reported the gathering masses back to Tunarath. In response, they sent an Inquisitor. Instead of ordering an assault, we were told to join in this mad hunt for an ancient relic. Meanwhile, illithid sickness spreads right in front of us. I do not know. This hunt is the Inquisitor's folly, not mine. You are one of the mercenaries we engaged, are you not? A fortune in gold, vouched for by our queen herself.
So, death.
I have business to attend to. Return with the weapon, or do not return at all.
Okay, cool. We didn't die. This is a danger zone. It still says, talk to the captain of the Githyanki. What the hell? What do I have to do? Saving my game. This is bullshit.
I presume you are not stupid enough to return empty-handed. So,
They
give
just
me the
expect me
weapon
to give her the
now.
weapon? Oh my god.
Then Augustil will study your corpse.
I guess there's no way around it. We're fucking fighting her. Fuck it. At least now we're fully healed, so we won't die. I dropped my fucking weapon.
I am fury. I am death.
Nice.
Bye forever, pal.
Can't give up.
Fuck. That's not good. Oof. They're buffing the shit out of each other. Fuck.
I wonder if this is worth the cost.
Grab my weapon. Why can't I pick it up? Oh, I'm still
this
feared.
is
I
my
still can't
happy
do
place.
anything. Dead. Now for this bitch. You started it.
Need to act fast.
Ow. You started it, but I'll finish it. What's this person doing? The fuck? Finish your turn. I don't understand. Finish your turn. Fucking bad at this game.
Another fight. Let's go.
Finally pick up my weapon.
Ready
Can't
for
do
another
anything.
round?
Got to concentrate.
Fuck. Can't do shit to me though. I don't know what's going on with this AI. He's just stuck there. Like an idiot. I don't know what he did. Damn. Woo. Great sword.
I'm heating up.
Right. She doesn't have two-handed proficiency. Oh, she can use it. Hell yeah. It's a two-handed sword, right? Yep. Okay, there we go. Got that shit upgraded fast.
Got it.
Survival is all that matters. Let's end this. On my way. Make way.
That was a bad idea. Nah. Aw, fuck. Well, that's what I get for laughing.
What path lies before me?
You didn't even get over here. Oh, I'm encumbered? Oh, I don't think I'm encumbered by like... Sure. Throw everything you got.
Put him up, soldier.
Let me run all the way up to him? Nice.
My faith will protect me. Onward.
Oh, fuck. I don't have enough movement? Shit.
Let's go. Let's go.
Swift and lethal. Talk to me. That's dealt with.
All right. There we go.
She wasn't the one pulling the strings here.
I am somehow over encumbered. By what? This? Is this why? Is this all of my... Is that why I'm always encumbered? Having all this shit on me? Oh my god. Alright. Now what? I don't know what's gonna happen. Does no one care? Alright, through here, let's go. Appears no one cares.
Ugh, blood, rust, scar. Is there no odious substance not smeared on this delivery? I'd heard this plane was disgusting, but I didn't think it would be like this. Most metals here fold like istics, much like istics themselves. But if you're so keen to extol their virtues, you can pay accordingly.
I mean, yeah, none of it really seems like I need any of that. Can always come back and buy it later. Let's do a short rest.
Should more than suffice. Tempers are rising. It's clear not everything you find is at your disposal.
Shit, they didn't want me to go in there. Who do I talk to then? What? Oh, I gotta go up here. Okay, I see.
That will not serve them well in battle with Gate.
Alright, this is another way out. To the moon towers? Or is this just a dead end? Well, that's nice. Cool view. That's about it. About all they got for me.
That's right, Garath. You're next on the list. That's why you're here, guarding nothing. I don't know. It's rather dark down here, Rust.
Okay, so I gotta go. Wait, there's another side to that? Wait. Oh, because the barrier's gone now. No, I was in there, wasn't I? I'm so confused. No, I was in here. Totally in here. So the barrier. That's gotta be where I go. I fucking don't know what to put in here. I looted them all, didn't I? Did I not loot her? No, I did, so... something she had. Okay, I guess I'll take it.
Don't be shy.
Can I attack the barrier? No.
At least things have stayed interesting.
There's gotta be something here. Cause that's where I gotta go. But it's sealed off. I need to insert a key.
Who would
Oh,
be?
there we go.
Oh, it is you. Make haste. We have business to conduct.
Okay, cool. I knew it had to be something.
This place is even more foreboding than the rest of the crash. Do as I do.
The Inquisitor shall tolerate only the utmost respect.
Do you think this Inquisitor person is really going to help us?
It's never been that simple before. I don't know why it would be now.
Agreed. Nothing's ever easy.
Our esteemed guest. Please approach. We have much to discuss.
Before anything, I'm just gonna heal.
What am I to do?
You have something I want. I have the knowledge you need.
Take you. Have a lot on my
That
mind.
should do.
And well, in it.
Vlaakith's power is endless. My Arden spoke of one of our kin that escaped a crashing Geik slave vessel.
Try. Vlaakith's justice in flesh.
You have accomplished much, child. I am pleased to finally meet you. I heard there is so much goblin blood on your hands that it soaks their children's nightmares. To business. I suspect you plucked something precious from the Geik ship. Something that belongs to us. The weapon. Give it to me.
Don't do it. The weapon is how I protect you. Do it. Do not disobey the Inquisitor.
The Geik are about to execute their grand design and you seek to bargain. Pahakva. The weapon. Now. I do not know what base, naive entities you have made deals with before. Nor do I care. But I will humor your greed for a moment. What would you ask of an Inquisitor? You would lay claim to our hard-won treasures. You seek power, but do not seek to strive for it. A fool's request, denied. Give me the weapon. Now.
Sorry, bud.
Don't give it to him. Do not try me. Hand over the artifact or die by my hand.
Guess I'm gonna have to kill Lizelle.
Fool! You were a mistake.
Your illustrious adventure ends here. Hetazith!
She totally regrets fucking me. And I didn't even do anything. You're stuck with this shit, Lae'zel. Sorry. Do I really have to kill her? And she's the one that I healed. What a joke, right? Okay, well, if I lose Lae'zel, fuck that. You know what? We're not even gonna go talk to the fucker. We're just gonna leave. We're gonna leave with the egg and get the fuck out of here. If the only option is to fight them,
Than the rest of the Fresh.
then I'm not fighting
Do as
them.
I
Fuck
do.
that.
The Inquisitor shall tolerate only the utmost respect.
Do you think
Oh,
this
I
Inquisitor
am.
person is really going
As
to
I'm
help
heading
us?
deeper in.
It's never been that
Like
simple
an idiot.
before. I don't know why it would be now.
Well, we stole their chalice, so let's fucking go. This was a complete waste. I mean, I wonder if I attack them beforehand, if Lae'zel will turn. Because all I want is to keep Lae'zel. I think this is where I want to go? No. Overgrown ruins. Sure, whatever. Okay, this is clearly not where we want to go. Oh, there's way more. Okay, I know. We want, like... Whispering Depths? Okay, so that's the underground. So we want something like... Queen's Rest? Here's the mountain pass. Let's go to the mountain pass. See what's over there. Take egg to Lady Esther. I don't think Lae'zel's gonna like that. So...
To the Inquisitor at the...
Are you sure that's the best course of action? Confirmed. Until...
Okay, peace. She'll fuck off, and then I can give her the egg, and then I can have complete and utter deniability. Don't you guys tell her that I'm giving her the egg.
Our little project. Have you found the egg? Fortuitous indeed. You shall be rewarded immediately. A pleasure to do business with you.
That's it? You just gave me some gold? Bitch? What the fuck? That wasn't worth tempting Lae'zel's wrath. Here's Lae'zel. No, that's what's his fuck? Where is Lae'zel? There. Karlach. Shadowheart. Starion. Paulson. Where the hell is... There she is.
Speak. It is done.
Alright, let's go. Poor Starion lost all of his clothes. Okay, let's just do that. There's nothing else over there, so we want to go straight to the next part of the mountain pass. All right.
This place is dark beyond dark. You feel it too, right? I'm sticking to light wherever I can find it.
Are you the true soul? I'll take that as a yes. Listen up. Grab a torch, stay out of the dark, and move fast. The shadows have eyes. Go on.
There's something I want to talk to you about. Something important. I could have died in that pod, back on the Nautiloid. You could have died, spending precious moments trying to free me, but you did it anyway. I owe you my life. Twice over, in fact. You supported me against Lae'zel. I may not have survived that night without you. I'm trying to say that you've earned my trust in a way very few ever have. I want that to mean something. I want you to know more about me, at least from what I can remember. As long as I've prayed to Lady Shah, I've wished to serve her as a Dark Justiciar. There is scarcely a greater way to fully dedicate yourself to Lady Shah, save perhaps if you become the head of her church. To become a Dark Justiciar is to become the Night Singer's sword arm, Her implement with which she will cast down the unbelievers and win the final battle to restore her perfect, endless darkness. It's all I ever wanted. I prayed it was my calling. But Mother forbid me from seeking to prove myself worthy of the rank. She said I was not ready. Not my mother, I should add. The Mother Superior, head of Lady Shah's enclave in Baldur's Gate. Sometimes I wonder if she would ever deem me ready. I owe her everything, and I only wish to serve, yet she can prove inscrutable. I don't know. Perhaps if I succeed in my mission and reach Baldur's Gate, hope has little place amongst Lady Shah's children. It's an illusion, a distraction. But for this, I hope my time will yet come. Dark Justiciars are hated by many, judged to be ruthless fanatics. Even the few who would accept a follower of Lady Shah would likely balk at a Justiciar in their midst. But there's a simpler answer to your question. I simply forgot about the desire I had until I saw some things that reminded me. Now, I can't get it out of my mind. The wound on my hand. It never quite heals. And sometimes it causes terrible pain to rip through me. It's my burden, though, from Lady Shah. I can feel her influence somehow. I cannot say. Not with what I can recall. But even then, it would not be for me to question her will. Lady Shah has her reasons. I don't think so, but you're sweet to ask. Maybe just be patient the next time you see me wince or cry out. It'll pass quickly enough. It always does. Pain is sacred to followers of Lady Shah. Pain will give way to loss, and then to the peace of her eternal darkness. You can tolerate a great deal of suffering so long as it has meaning.
True.
You already know my biggest secrets. What more can you ask? She took me in when no one else would. Without her, I wouldn't be alive. She's my mother. She nurtures me, cares for me, loves me. Don't believe the lies the Selûnites tell.
Something's wrong. I feel weak. Drained.
The hell?
Eager for battle.
What?
With
without delay.
Can't give up now. Moving ahead.
A long way to go still. I'll take this. The Dark Lady shields me. I can feel her.
Indolence breeds madness.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
I don't understand. I don't understand.
On my way.
What's next, I wonder?
Hey ho. Uh-huh.
Eager for battle. Objective noted.
No one stopped me yet. Wonder if the gods are watching me.
Need to keep going.
Soldier, saddle up.
I don't know what to do.
Flacketh's will be done. One true way.
This beast didn't go down without a fight.
I am ready. I must keep going.
What's the story? Marching?
I've enough waiting. I crave blood.
All right. What now? I should speak up.
This is really annoying.
Light on my
Like,
feet.
why am I in turn-based?
Gored by an ox, I think. Was this one of the refugees from the Druid's Grove?
Onward. Ever onward.
Damn, it's good to be alive.
Assume nothing. One true way.
Looking ahead. With haste.
I'm ready. Whatever it takes.
Oh, I could go for a good meal. What next?
Action, not reaction.
Is that blood? No, never mind.
There's no time to waste. I must keep going.
I'd love to, thanks. Hey!
Action, not reaction.
No time to rest. Time to press ahead.
Kate, that's a dead end.
Something's on my mind. Best get going.
Okay, that worked.
That helped.
Hey, boy. You want the bone? Fetch! You see that blighter go? Swallowed whole by the shadow curse. Bet he was pure tasty. You're the true soul we're taking to Moonrise, I'm guessing. Right you are. Go through and talk to Kansif. He's been waiting. Anything for a true soul. Put in a good word for me at Moonrise, eh?
Following that leggy nutter again.
Stay here then. See if you like the shadows.
True soul. An honor. Did you bring the lyre? Good. We were told to expect you. Then pluck a tune, and our guide will come scuttling.
Damn. Rolled a 1 and a 20 this stream.
Yes, I hear them, Your Majesty, calling us, their god and their guide, together.
God. A Drider. I always thought the stories were exaggerated.
Greetings, in the Absolute's name. You have been charged with guiding us.
New flesh for you, my queen. But who are they?
Best introduce yourself. Perhaps you'll listen to a true soul.
Shit. Okay, I think we're gonna call it here. We're already over time. But this will be an interesting spot to pick up. I don't know if I'll stream tomorrow, but I will stream on Monday. So, thanks for watching, and have a great night.